Greetings, automotive enthusiasts. Today we have for you a 2009 Toyota Corolla, but this is just not your average everyday little Corolla. This is an XRS with the 2.4 liter big block Toyota four-cylinder engine. It's got 158 horsepower and like 162 foot-pounds of torque. So it's a pretty peppy little car. You know, it just weighs a little over 2,800 pounds. So it's a lot of fun to drive, and with the 5-speed manual transmission, even amplifies that even more. It's a two-owner car, 0 accidents. It shows on Carfax just tons of dealer service throughout its life. The second owner's had it since about 8,000 miles. So been well cared for. It's got 190, like 98,000 miles or something like that. I'll verify it when I get inside. But it's got some mileage on it, but we thought, you know, this would be fun to bring you. You know, we bring you these ultra, you know, super clean, ultra low mile survivor cars, but sometimes it's kind of fun to bring you just a kind of a everyday used car that's kind of got a little special something to it, you know. And these little XRSs are pretty rare, pretty cool little cars. There's really hardly any of them even for sale out there. And this is one that Hoovie went out and did some car bidding on while I was out of town filming for Vin Wiki. So this is that Corolla. And so when we got it in, it needed a little bit of recon. We put in a new front windshield. The front spoiler pieces were missing, so we bought new spoiler pieces, had them painted and installed those. Buffed the headlights, did valve cover, gasket, brand new tires. And these cars have an issue with the wheels where they get some corrosion and pitting. It's pretty common, and this did have that issue, so we just did a spray plasti dip on them. So you can, I think it looks really good. It's just a, you know, simple, you know, kind of a cheap fix, but I mean, this is just a fun car. I think it really looks great on the car, but it could be blasted off, and you know, they could be restored to original or whatever you want to do. But I think it's for all intents and purposes what the car is all about. I think it looks good and will suit the car fine. So let's kind of zoom in here. So we've got on the hood here, we've got chips and scratches and just kind of stuff that you'd expect from a car of this age and miles, but it is in good shape. I don't, let me come and look around in the light. I don't think I see any hail in it. Yeah, there's a few little dings in it. Really hard to see. You can see one right there by that Conoco sign. But overall though, pretty clean, pretty straight. Go up over here. And like I said, we got the headlight. It's pretty clear, no pits in it or anything. It looks good. Fog light looks good. Actually, oh, no, it is good. Wow. Okay. It's so good, I thought there was no lens in it, but it's just really clear. The grille is in good shape. Bumper's got just road rash consistent for the age and mileage of the car. Left headlight looks good. Left fog light. Man, they look awful good. They must have been replaced because that looks really good. The paint on the spoilers is new, and the bumper's a little faded, so you can see where that shines a little bit more than the bumper. But where do you stop painting if you you know, you start painting? Basically, you never never really stop. So we just kind of left it at that. Looking at the fender of the car, a couple of little chips. I mean, this car, just assume it's got chips and scratches on every panel. I'm not going to detail and chronicle every single one, since, you know, this is just a, you know, 200,000 mile used car. The windshield, like I said, is brand new. The wheels, actually, they didn't come out too bad. You can still see where, you know, you can see the imperfections underneath of that plasti dip. But overall, it looks, you know, really good from 20 feet there. We put a good performance tire on it. This Saloon El Trezo SVA1. I have put this on many cars, and for the money, I mean, it kind of looks like a Michelin tread, and obviously it's not as good as a Michelin tire, but it's a very good tire. Very happy with the performance of it. It's got a nice soft compound, and it's good. Good tire for the money. You can see light scratches in the door. We're not gonna spend the money with Van Gogh for a paint correction or anything on this car, because somebody's gonna buy it as just a driver and then kind of enjoy it. So looking at the rear door, one little ding right there you can kind of see. But actually this car is really, really straight. That was one of the reasons. There are a few hail dings on the roof. Again, nothing that's gonna affect the operation of this car. Does have a glass power sunroof. The molding here's got a little bit of a hump in it, but it's just cosmetic. I don't notice any leaking or wind noise. Cool spoiler, factory spoiler on that XRS. Looks fantastic. Looking at the quarter panel, same story, no major issues to note. There is our wheel. Looks like we might have already actually rubbed up against something there, but the nice thing with that stuff is you can just touch it up. It's easy peasy. So that's about it there. That's just some little surface rust there. But the car, actually, while we're looking here, I'll even come underneath here. It is a very solid car. Clean underneath. You know, just some very light surface rust in a couple areas, but very, very good for this year in miles. Tail lights look good. Deck lid looks nice. Rear bumper's clean. We got a little molding here where the tape is coming loose. We need to re-glue that a little bit, but just a minor thing. Some loading scratches. Well, just light scratches there on the bumper. Looks pretty good otherwise. Right tail light looks good. XRS call out. Love the little spoilers on the back, kind of pan back there. That's a cool looking, neat looking little car. I'm getting some calls on this car asking about it. Kind of one other reason I'm doing a video, because I've got some out of town people, a little ding in that quarter panel there. But I've got some people that have seen the car on Hoovie's channel there and are interested in flying in and driving it back. So really doing a video gives you a lot better perspective than just the pictures. Pictures can typically really kind of lie a little bit. You know, depending on the angles and the lighting, you know, pictures can make a car look better than it is. So we always like to show it as honestly as possible. Looks like there's maybe a light tint on the window. It's kind of hard to tell. It's pretty subtle. And the mirror, it's just a nice, good, clean overall car. You know, when Hoovie bought it, he was really happy with it, and we've been happy with it as well. Just a little bit of recon, and I drove it over here, and it's just a fun, solid, happy driving little car. So we'll take a look at the interior here. Go ahead and pull that key out so it's not beeping at us. Well, I'll go ahead and fire it up first so you can hear it run. No lights on the car. 194,000 miles, 940 on the miles. Runs fantastic. Everything works. Climate control, stereo system.
Museum.org.
Everything works there. AC, clutch is excellent. We'll talk more about that when we drive the car. So there, and let's go ahead and pop the hood just so you can see into the hood and hear it run. Just sits here and runs super quiet. Okay, we got the hood popped here. Pretty clean underneath the hood. I mean, we haven't done any detailing or anything to it. So, I said we did do a valve cover gasket on it. It was leaking, so cleaned it up a little bit. Might still be a little bit of residual there. But, yeah, just a good, solid little car underneath. Just runs super quiet. VVTi 2.4 liter, 16 valves, so it's a variable timing. I think this is actually, related to the, don't quote me on this, you can look it up, but I think this is, kind of the same engine they use in the Lotus Elise. Kind of a little four-door Lotus Elise per se. Let's go ahead and shut it down. We'll pull the key and let's go through the interior here. All right, door panel's in good shape. Everything works, all the windows, nice condition there. Go ahead and show you the seat. It is in good condition. I'll zoom in here. There's a little bit of wear on the bolster. They're kind of a special seat. I like that little honeycomb look there, pattern. It's kind of a cool deal there. There's the VIN number. Has a rubber floor mat down. They're in good shape, little kind of rolling up a little bit. The carpet underneath is in good condition, not perfect. Could use a little bit of cleaning. It's got some wear. It looks like up there, looks like there's some shoe wear by the clutch, probably where people put their foot down when they're going down the highway. And dash is good, not cracked. And I showed you the radio, and there's our 5-speed manual transmission. Got the steering wheels in good condition. Volume controls, hands-free control on it. Looking in the back here, back is in very good condition. The back seats are nice. Don't really see any flaws or imperfections on that. Got factory floor mats down here, carpeted ones. Go ahead and pop the trunk here. And we got the factory carpeted floor mat in the trunk. Trunk is in clean shape. There's the floor mat under the trunk. Got our spare, jack, tools. Everything is intact and in order in the trunk. Coming over here to the front, side passenger. Door panel's clean. Dash is nice. Even the center armrest is in good condition. Passenger seat, very, very good. Bolster, really hardly any wear at all in the passenger seat, so probably was just a good commuter car for somebody. Cubby hole down there is kind of neat. A little power outlet or something. All right, well, let's go out, and the funnest part of these videos is take it for a drive and see how it performs. Okay, we're strapped into the Toyota here. If you'll notice, something's a little bit different here. The beard's a little darker. I'm kind of playing it up for one of my upcoming videos here. You'll get a kick out of. I got a little theme going with one of my cool old trucks you'll see coming up. So anyway, if you're wondering, like, no, I'm not dyeing my beard to try to hide my age or anything. So just so you kind of know there. Go ahead and fire up the little Toyota here. First thing is first, traction control off. And we're gonna roll out a shift here and take it for a drive and see what she does. Change the phone here to the side window, kind of maybe shows more of the car. So we'll kind of see how that works. Close down the button there. All right, strapped into the Toyota, take it for a little spin. Here we go. Stop line here. So driving this little car over here, it does drive out really, really nice. Looks like that sun's gonna be shining in on us. So let's go and drive to the east to get it to our back there. There, that works pretty good. Get through some lights here, but the tires, got the tires on. They're really, really nice. So I showed you the radio working good. Like I said, all the power windows. It does have cruise control. Like I said, it does have traction control. I turned it off. One thing I noticed here is we do have an auxiliary phono input for the stereo, so that is very nice. Let's get it rolling here. See how it drives. That's pretty quick. That's kind of fun. Oh, we get a kick out of that. It's like we got some traffic up here. It looks like we might be dodging an event downtown here. So, yeah, looks like over here at the Coliseum they got an event. So I chose poorly in regards to direction. It's kind of weird. I keep looking in the camera, and it's like seeing the beard. Oh boy. We'll get it out here and get it on the highway. The clutch is in excellent shape, and I'll tell you my little secret too. As far as checking a clutch, everybody's like, well, how do you know if the clutch is good? And but I'll tell you my secret here. We'll get turned around the corner, and I'll kind of show you what we're talking about. So what you want to do, so when you're checking your clutch, okay, so you basically want to kind of overgear the clutch. Like I'm in second gear right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to like spin the wheels. So watch this here. So what it did was it spun the wheels. So one of three things are going to happen when you do that. You overload it a little bit by putting it in taller gear. I usually do second gear. That's pretty sufficient. So you'll go and you'll kind of like pop the clutch like you're trying to spin your tires, and it will either spin the tires, pull the engine down, or slip the clutch. And so that's how I check my clutches, and I test every car that I buy, and I can really get a lot of information back. And I really do know, I mean, how good the clutch is by that test. I've been doing that for 30 years, and you know, it's a pretty accurate, just a seat of the pants test, but it does work. And this clutch, like you said, I didn't rev it up because, you know, it's hard on the clutch. I mean, doing that once isn't gonna have any effect on the clutch, but it's not something you want to just do all the time. But here we go. We're gonna make this light, and we'll take a corner here. Oh man. Yeah, these are good tires. I love these tires. Now we're out of the congestion here, and I got another corner and another stoplight. There we go. I got the traction control off. Came back on. It's kind of babysitting me. Maybe I'm getting too aggressive on it. I'm gonna straighten this out just a hair there. Okay. So all the gears on this thing are super good. I was telling you about my clutch procedure there, and there's no suspension rattles. The only thing that I can really pick on this car, and like I said, it's not a perfect car. I'm not going to sell it as a perfect car. Let's go ahead and make this on ramp. Yeah. Hey, this is fun. I haven't got on it on this car. This is kind of a new, getting on this car. So it's very fun. The suspension is great. The struts. I mean, this car is 194,000 miles. But I mean, if it had 94,000 miles, it, you wouldn't. I mean, you would believe it. I guess is what I'm saying. But I do got a little bit. Like I said, it's not a new car. There's a little bit. I think it's the left rear wheel bearing. Just a little slight hum out of the left rear wheel bearing. It's not bad. I may consider changing it there. I'll have it looked at, but it's really not that bad. The corner there. One interesting note is the traction control. It must turn itself back on after a certain speed, because I turned it off and it's back off again, or it's back on again. And I turned it off, so it's kind of self-regulating. It won't let me stay in fun mode, darn it. About 6,200, 6,400 RPM. Man, it's a solid little car. It's very comfortable. The seats are super comfortable. The way that it takes up the bumps and everything is really, really good. Here we go. My favorite little S bend up here. But really, there's not a lot to pick. It's got cosmetic issues. I mean, not issues, just it has some cosmetic wear and tear to be expected. But mechanically, it is just really, I give it, an A on mechanics. Here we go. There's a little second gear scratch. we like to test our cars. Yo! This is fun. Wow, this is impressive. That way it floated through those corners where it's got those dips and everything, and it just hugged the road. I mean, I'm impressed. This is a fun handling, driving little car. Really torquey little motor. Revs nice flat power band. I dig it. I hope you guys dig it too.
So appreciate you riding along with us. Hope you enjoyed this overview. Look us up on the internet, EuroAsianAuto.com, EuroAsianAuto on Facebook. Like and subscribe to the channel. We'd appreciate that. Hit the notifications button. That way, when we upload a new car, you'll be the first to get the notification. And because you never know when we might find your next dream car. Have a great day and happy motoring.